Good evening, everybody. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you guys can hear me. Well, I don't need no introduction, but my name is they call me they call me Dino, muscle man in the gym. Lover by heart. You understand? Yeah. So on my right we have my good friend Emma over here. Everybody seen her already. She always been showing up and stuff. And to my left, we have Rudy. He also played the bass. He's the next Jimi Hendrix. Yeah, and he also like to do music too. And ladies, he's single too.
Oh my god. Been something
And the one who have the main microphone, her name is Rosebean, and she do a lot. She's also in the treasury department. She's on HR, so yeah, y'all can ask her for a job if you want to.
Oh,
She probably not gonna hire you, but
oh my God.
mhm,
Okay.
yeah. But and that's it. So thank you guys for tuning in. So the topic for today is Christian Christian dating. Now the reason I did this topic is because this generation need help, man. I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. Cause this generation right now, they don't understand what dating is, man. This is date for fun. Like dating done become transactional. Mm-hmm.
Might be onto something.
Yeah. Cause you can't ask me, like, if I'm dating you, you talking about, oh, yeah, I got to pay you for my time. Like, well, this doesn't make no sense. Yeah. Mm.
Fair enough.
Anybody got something else to say?
I hear you. It does feel like it can be transactional. I do hear you on the dating scene being trash. You
Mm.
feel me? But at the same time, I'm not gonna act like I've never been the problem or I've never not been the problem. You know, like I've never always been a saint. And it's not like I'm always out dating, but I do be wilding out. And I feel like a lot of times people don't. They like to point the finger. We like to point the finger, but we never like to take the blame on ourselves. You feel me? Like, oh, every ex you had was trash. Like, then either you don't know how to pick or you're missing something about yourself. You know what I mean?
I think it's based on your intention. Like, why are you dating? Are you dating to marry? Are you dating for fun? And I don't think it's bad to date for fun, but it's good to communicate with that person who you're dating with. Like, hey, I'm dating for fun, or hey, I'm dating for marriage, or hey, I'm dating to get to know more about myself. So I think it's important to communicate with that person that you're seeing, like, this is what I'm doing, this is what's going on. And if they're not on the same page with you, it's just not going to work.
Fair
Exactly.
enough.
Yeah. I absolutely agree with that. Go ahead.
Me?
Yeah.
You want my opinion on this?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So I think that it's like you said, it's really intentions, but also people in general. I feel like through as society is progressing, while society is progressing, people started having different needs, and so because of those different needs, but sometimes the expectation is it's kind of like a mixture of too many factors, so that's why it's bad. And but I feel like you just gotta know how you show up on the dating scene. Like if you know within yourself what you're here for, then like try your best to pick right. If you know you're here to for marriage and you know a person who's not trying to get married, do not try to force that person or try to. It's not gonna work as long as you understand your own, like, I'm here for marriage. Then you just gotta be willing to date the people who have the same intentions as you, because if you try to go for the fun guy, then you automatically going to have a bad experience because he doesn't have the same intention. Is That's not what he's here for. So yeah.
And I think it's also about having discernment. That's one
Mhm.
thing I prayed about recently was like I never prayed for a man, but I asked God to give me discernment on the type of men that I meet and to like let me know like okay, is this the guy that's meant for me? Because
Mm-hmm.
people could lie. People could say, "Oh yeah, I'm
Yeah.
dating to get married. I want to be in a relationship with you," and the whole time they're lying. So you really
Mm-hmm.
have to have that discernment on okay, what is this meant for me? If it's not, it's not. And it's okay. I think people get very heartbroken when they realize the person they invested so much time in ends up to be like the worst person ever. But
Mm-hmm.
it's okay. We live and we learn. What one person won't do, another person will. So it's just like on to the next. And it's just like we're in a I think in our age range we're in a period where we're exploring and learning more about ourselves. So I think that's just what it is.
Yeah, makes. I completely agree with. I completely agree with that. So yes, you have to pray for the person you want. Because half the time too, sometimes we just pick some. This generation just pick a bum, and they get mad when they choose the bum. Well, you already know he was a bum when you choose him.
But sometimes I disagree because
Okay.
sometimes you try to see the good in people. You
Mm-hmm.
try to give people the benefit of the doubt. Like
Mm,
some people could be in a tough position in their life,
yeah.
and it also matters like certain times in your life you shouldn't be dating. If you're like looking for a job or you're trying to work on yourself, you're trying to work on your finances, you're not you can't afford to date. That's what I believe. You cannot afford to date. So I wouldn't say the person could be necessarily a bum,
Hmm.
but it could be the time where they are in their place in their life at that moment.
Gotcha.
But also you have to see that discernment like, okay, are they willing to grow? Is it somebody that I can grow with? Is it somebody that I just need to let be so they can focus on themselves? And then maybe sometime in the future, if we see each other again, if it happens, we date again and it happens. But I guess it's just like sometimes it can't be a bum for real.
Yeah.
Sometimes it might just be, life just lifing on them at that moment.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I got two things. One, I'd like to double back to, because I believe we're talking like dating as far as Christian goes.
Mhm.
We all believe in this room.
Hmm.
So I want to double back in a second to the dating for marriage as opposed to dating
For
just
fun.
for fun, just to be out there.
Mhm.
But first, I'd like to address the what was it? Praying for the person that God has for you.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Mhm.
I do think that's a beautiful thing. That's
Mhm.
something that I've always been doing. But one thing that I want to tap into is like also turning the magnifying glass on myself. You feel me? Because I feel like I've thought about it. I have firm beliefs on what I look for in a partner. But that being said, like it got to a point where I'm like, am I even the man I need to be to receive the woman that I'm praying for? You feel me?
That's
And it's
major.
if I'm being honest with myself, you feel me? Like I know I'm not there yet. And to
Mm.
be fair, nobody's ever gonna be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
But it is about taking those steps forward, you know? And I think that it doubles back to is everyone else always a problem or like where are you at with yourself? So that's something that I've been trying to be more intentional about when it comes to like stepping in the dating scene. Which I also don't really put myself out all that often. Like may not have been the healthiest, but I always felt more comfortable doing things with my friends. You feel me?
Mhm.
Where I'm like, there's no real expectations. Like we're having a good time, we're kicking it back, and then anything else I may have been looking for, flippantly. You feel me? Like there was never any real substance, which is something I had believed in the past. You know, but that's just me being honest with myself. Now back to the dating with intention, as opposed to dating for fun. If I could ask you, what does the latter look like? Like as a Christian, like dating for fun. Yeah,
Dating for fun?
yeah.
I've never dated for fun, so I wouldn't know.
Fair.
I wouldn't know.
Fair enough. Fair.
I wouldn't know.
If you
Fair.
personally, I feel like it's a Christian can't really date for fun.
Yeah.
If you ask me, I feel like, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because okay, so what are you doing for fun?
But define fun because
Yeah,
everybody
that's
has
what
a
I'm saying,
different
like,
everybody
so
has a
when you say-
different definition of fun. So fun could
What-
just be
Mm,
dating someone. What I think could be dating someone to get to know yourself more, like just to go out, seeing what you like or don't like in a man. And I don't mean
here's the
anything like
thing.
sexually
See,
or anything.
Here's the thing. You're never gonna be the same person with different partners, cause there's it's based on partnership. It's based on there's people who are gonna bring the best in you, there's people gonna bring the worst out of you. So when people say I want to date to find out about myself, I feel like it's more like it's. I don't advise that because it's more like whatever that experience is, might end up clouding your judgment for the next person. Let's say if that person mistreated you, and then now you come out of that relationship with a trauma that the next person is gonna have to, you know, either not necessarily fix, but it's gonna have to deal with. So dating just to know yourself,
I don't agree with you. You get out of a relationship or you dated somebody, and then the next person has to deal with that trauma. Because I feel as though that's why healing is important. That's why everybody needs to be in a good state of mind to date.
Okay, so see, you've never had any relationship at all, right? An example. I'm not just saying necessarily you. So you might be more open to trust people a certain way, but then you dated for fun or to know yourself, to get to know yourself. But that experience left you unwilling to trust, the next person more openly. Now you are a little bit more fearful because you've experienced something that has taught you that it's not safe to just trust like that. But maybe the next person needed that level of trust. You know what I mean? So it's you can learn about yourself. I don't think you should just be with a person to know about yourself. I just don't think so because you will be surprised. With the next person, you'll be a whole different person. Every time. You're gonna change. Either because you're growing as a person outside of dating, but also, like you said, different circumstances in life. Like let's say now you're professional. You graduated from college. You're never gonna be the same person in general. So to just date, to learn, it's almost like what you think you're gonna learn from that relationship, it wasn't really, it didn't necessarily come out of the relationship for real, because you're still evolving as a person. So I don't think as a Christian that you need to date a person just to find out about your own self, because first, as a woman, you know who you want to be. So a man, you don't need to be with a person to know that. Like, let's say if you're willing to be submissive or not, you already know that. Or if you're like trust and all of that. The only thing that I think a person may learn while dating someone is maybe your level of tolerance or trust, like, because now you know how much are you willing to put up with, stuff like that. But see, you don't have to experience that. I don't know if you agree with me. You don't have to.
I see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
And it's not. This is not in like the dating context, but like in the Bible, when Jesus summed up the 10 Commandments and the two. You feel me? Love God. You feel me? And love your neighbor as yourself. Like the as yourself part. To me, it just like left an understanding of, oh, if I'm gonna love others, I gotta know how to love myself first. You feel me? So I do agree with that sentiment that, yeah, you'll learn things, but like if you're getting into a relationship to learn about yourself, it's almost like codependent. But at the same time, though, like I do get the fun. Like I don't put myself out there dating like that. I feel like I've just had fun just to have fun. You know what I mean? But like that doesn't change the fact that I know I'm a hopeless romantic with like commitment issues. Just because like it's scary. You feel me? If I'm being completely honest, because like, oh, you really gotta be able to trust folks. And bless my folks have set a high standard
For you.
for what like what a happy marriage looks like, and I don't want to say it's like unachievable because they did it, but like at the same time, seeing what the dating scene looks like these days, folks be trifling, and I'm no better. I know that. Like I'll never not admit, like I know that I'm not perfect, but also when it comes to dating and like heartbreak, I know there are times even if you're dating for marriage, like it doesn't always work out.
Yeah.
And you can get your heart broken, even with the intention of wanting to get married. But at the same time, I think a lot of heartbreak comes from the expectations that we have. And like we can have unrealistic expectations out of anybody. You can't expect one person to be everything to you. You know what I mean? And that's like, how much are you expecting the other person to put up with of your mess? You know what I mean? Like, It's tough, and expectations can really unrealistic expectations can really put a strain on a relationship that doesn't need to be there. You know, like it can be heavy, and that's something that I've had to work on through too. You feel me? And I'm also big on communication, so I'm just throwing that in there because I guess it was like one of the first things we said. Like, even if it is dating for marriage or dating for fun, like you got to communicate what
That
you're looking
will,
for.
yeah.
You feel me? Yeah, communication to me is such a big thing. I feel like that's something that's lacking. Whether it's you just assume the other person should know what you're thinking, or like actually no, yeah, a lot of it just comes on you assume they know, or like they'll pick up a vibe. You feel me? Like, no, if you feel a way, say something, and vice versa. If you're not feeling something anymore, say something. Because a lot of people these days just like to ghost, and that's just not.
That's not cool.
No, that's not. It's for real. It seems like the coward's way out. Like that's not.
Okay, so I have a question. If I were to ask each of you, what do you think is the main reason why um, the dating pool is the way it is today? What would you say?
Social media,
Mm.
because social media have put so much expectation, like what to expect from a woman, what to expect from a man. But in all fairness, when you see those relationships on Instagram, they only post on Instagram. You see how happy they are, but reality, they could be the measures people in the spectrum. We just see that. We just see the happy side, but in reality, like they hate each other.
I would say communication. Like, from my experience and stuff that I've seen, it's like a lot of people don't communicate their feelings. Like when they're upset about something, they hold it in, and then over time they tend to resent their partner, and then they just want to break up and not even work on things anymore. And I feel like people don't communicate what they want. Like somebody could say, "Oh yeah, I want to get in a relationship with you. Like I'm dating to be in a relationship." Whole time that person doesn't want a relationship. They're just dating for fun or for whatever. Or it could be communicating certain likes or dislikes in a partner. Like, "Hey, I don't like when you do this." But instead of saying that, somebody might just keep it in the back of their head, hoping for their partner to change. Whole time they're not going to change because they don't know what they're doing wrong. And then over time, you just tend to resent that person. Like, "Oh, I don't like you anymore," or vice versa. And then all of a sudden, a breakup happens after 3 or 5 years of happiness. So I really think everything boils down to communicating your feelings, your thoughts, your likes, your dislikes. I think that it would be communication.
For sure. I do think a big part of it is communication. And social media, honestly. I feel like I do. Yeah, no, it's tough to pin it on one thing. But if I had to pick, I think people in general are selfish, and we've lost sight of what we think love is. You feel me, or what love really is. Because now it feels like, oh, you serve me. You feel me? Like how can you make my life better? When literally it's like, one, we're called to die to self. You feel me? Like, and it's supposed to be like we're supposed to complement each other. You know what I mean? Like I think that's what love is. But now it seems like even if someone suspects that their partner is gonna hurt them, like people want to be the one to deal damage. You know what I mean? I'm not saying this is like across the board, but like it's a better you. If somebody's got to get hurt, better you than me. You feel me? Like that's just a bad mindset to have going into it.
Yeah.
In my mind, but yeah, it's tough. I'd have to say, folks being selfish, and being selfish can lead to you don't need to communicate nothing, or I see what they have. Why don't I have that for me? You feel me? Sorry. Yeah.
I think for me, I would say it's expectations, the new, cause nowadays, we all know what's going on online. All the, whenever you come across a short of someone or those podcasts when they're asking a woman what do you want out of a man, and then you start hearing the list, or you hear the man like, what do you want from a woman? It's like I feel like it's just crazy to me. Like for example, one of the main thing we know that women ask right now is like the man has to make 6 figure, and then it's like really, Six figure? Do you know what six figure is? Most people, um, it's not, for some it's easy depending on the field, but for some other fields, it's, you don't see that kind of money ever.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm like, and when you, and what's funny is that when you would ask a woman, what do you need six figure for? They can't even say it. Some don't even know what six figure is. They just
Yeah.
hear so many people say it. They don't even know it's $100,000 starting point, 100 up. So it's like, I feel like it's expectations, and then the men too. Like when they're like, oh, I want a woman who's submissive, but if you like define what is submissive, to them it's just like, I guess, being able, you do whatever I say. That's not what
Yeah.
submissiveness
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
So I feel like all of them, everyone in general, it's like both sides, men, women, the expectations and the lack of understanding, or how much it would take for a person to be able to give you what you want out of them. I don't think that either side really understand what they're asking of the other.
That's fair.
And I think what you described and what you described is when you're not equally yoked with somebody.
Yeah.
When you're not equally yoked with somebody, it's never going to work out.
Yeah.
Because you guys are operating on two different types of time. So that's why I was talking about communication. Like, if a guy's telling me, like, hey, I need you to do this, 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 I need you to submit to me and do X, Y, and Z, it's up to me as a woman to say, hey, I don't like that. That doesn't align with my beliefs as a Christian. I can't do that. And I have to move on from there. But there's a lot of people who are in relationships or who are dating, when a person tells them, hey, you have to do this, or I expect this, they're trying to fulfill those expectations, knowing deep down inside they don't want to do that. It messes up with their morals. So I think it comes down to us, man or woman, being able to say no. Like, hey, no, I'm not going to put up with this. And then you're on with the next, instead of hoping that person will change. Because once somebody already tells you and shows you how they are, you cannot change that. You have to either, you have no choice but to just leave.
Okay.
That's what my opinion.
That's fair. I do think I'm a believer in the fact that people can change. The caveat being whether they want to, and left to the option of for better or for worse. You feel me? But at the same time, like, sorry, what were you gonna say?
No, you can go.
All right, I was gonna say another thing though. I feel like, cause people can say whatever they want. Oh, I believe in this, that, and the third. But like, I'm a firm believer in the fact that like actions speak louder than words. You feel me? So like, yeah, a person could say, yo, I'm a believer, but like, what are you seeing, and like, what fruits are they bearing? You feel me? Like, how do they love on folks? Are they patient with you? You feel me? Like, and to be fair, on the flip hand, like as a Christian, we're called to turn the other cheek. You feel me? But there are folks in life, and part of my French, who will try and make use of all four. Like, if they can F you over, they will. You know, like, in whatever sense. And that's one thing to, like, I feel like that's when it comes to having the discernment not to subject yourself to that. Because, and I'll speak for myself, I've been in a position where I've wanted someone so bad I subject myself to something that I knew was toxic for me. You feel me? Because even if you know better, doesn't mean you're gonna do better.
Do better, yeah.
You feel me? And that's just like keeping it a bean. And that's like why I was, my freshman year of college, I heard my psych teacher say, it was a Christian college, and I respect her. She gave her husband the credit for it, like she heard it from him, but I heard it from her, so I'm giving her the credit. She was like, yo, yeah, your feelings are 100% real, but that doesn't necessarily make them true. You feel me? Like, I felt like, I wanted Shawty. I wanted Shawty. Not for any holy reason either. You feel me? But like, then I felt like that's where I needed to be. I was like, yo, nah, she's on for me. You feel me? That feeling felt so real, but that didn't make it true. You feel me? Like, just because something feels right doesn't mean it is. And I think the alternative is real too. Just because something feels wrong doesn't mean it is. Saying no to something that you know you want, even you can try and convince yourself it's for the right reason. Saying no to something that you know you want, like, it's not easy. It may not even feel right, but like, you know in your heart whether or not it is, you know?
I feel like what you described in a problem in the dating field now is idolization. Like, you can't serve two gods.
Yeah.
So if you idolize and worship the person that you're seeking so bad, it's never going to work out.
No, for sure.
Because if God is not in between that relationship, the relationship is never going to work out. And I feel like a lot of people idolize their partners. Like, I want this man so bad, or I want this girl so bad. Like I'll do anything. I'll even I will even like throw away all my morals and values just to fulfill their needs and what they want, and that's bad. So like what you're describing, saying like I wanted that person so bad, so bad, so bad, you were idolizing them. But once you put God in the forefront of that, saying, okay, God, like, is this somebody I'm supposed to be with? Is this somebody that I'm meant to be with? He's gonna show you like, no, it's not.
No, for sure. Real talk, and that's one of them things where it's like you. I feel like we've all seen that TikTok where it's like when you've made that prayer, TikTok, whatever, Instagram, where it's like, yo, if this person's not meant for me,
And
God,
they
take it.
disappear.
Before you even finish a sentence, and it's gone. It's like,
They're gone.
It feels like ripping a band-aid off. But like, yeah, sometimes like you got to. You feel me? Sometimes you gotta take the splinter out for the wound to heal. You feel me? Like, it's tough. It's a hard pill to swallow, but I feel like that's my fault. I feel like that's something that most people have a hard time digesting. You feel me? Like we'll give way to our feelings so quickly, and that's how you get in trouble.
Yeah, and I feel like it comes down to self-control too.
Discipline, yeah.
Yeah, so like I feel like something for what I do personally to help me with that, when I start feeling like I'm idolizing somebody too much, I go on a fast, a week fast, and I just pray. And I'm just asking God, like, okay, like tell me, like show me, like is it my thoughts? Am I leaning on my own thoughts and not your understanding of what you're trying to show me? So I'll just go on a fast. That's like my main recommendation to all my friends. Like when they're confused, because confusion is not of God. I tell them go on a fast.
Yeah.
Just fast. You love that person too much. Why?
For sure.
Fast.
I can dig it.
Okay, I have another question. So, today, since we're talking about dating as Christians, if you were to advise someone as a Christian how to start dating, what would you say? What is the first step as a Christian?
I would say the first step is to work on yourself. Because if you have goals to fulfill, if you're not where you want to be in life yet, you have no business dating whatsoever. If you know you're still in school, you're studying for an exam, you just have like maybe fitness goals or business goals, financial goals, handle your business first before you go start dating. Work on your relationship with God first before you start dating. Once you have a solid relationship with God, where you're at a position in your life where it's like, okay, I'm ready to put myself out there, then I would say start dating. But the first step is to work on yourself.
Okay.
I completely agree with that. Like, I'm not ready to date yet. I've been single for a while, and it's fantastic. Cause I'm in school, I work, but I'm not where I want to be financially, and I'm not the job. My job is cool and all, but I'm not gonna say I'm gonna do that job for like the rest of my life and stuff. Yeah, so but right now, like I'm looking for like financial stability and job wise. For I know, okay, I got a job I want. I'm financially stable, and my relationship with God is alright. Then I'm ready to put myself out there. Cause I've been single for 25 years. Shoot, I ain't complaining.
That's fair. I do think that's a great place to start. Coming from somebody who's also not in a position to be dating. You feel me? I will say I do think that's a great place to start. And funny enough, I can't remember where I saw it. So I'm paraphrasing, but there was actually someone had mentioned there's nowhere in the Bible where it talks about dating. Dating wasn't a thing back then. You feel me? Like you'd be lucky. You probably knew the person or knew of the person beforehand, but it was like arranged marriages and whatnot. So like dating is like a modern thing. You feel me? And I feel like just because it's a modern thing though doesn't mean it's something that we don't have the tools to navigate. One, make sure your relationship with God is in line. Make sure your life is in line. You feel me? And it comes down to being equally yoked as well. Where's that other person at? Because I do believe it's important to be right with yourself, but like you also have to know what you're looking for too. What's important to you and another partner. And as Christians, we should already know like what that order ought to look like. You feel me? As far as closing that gap, I think it looks different for other people. You can find them at church. You can find them in your place of work. Because Christians aren't only in church. You can find them. Yeah. You could honestly find them in like the grocery aisle. You feel me? Something just clicks. Y'all just have a moment, and it moves on from there. But yeah, I do think it's one, making sure you're right with yourself and God, and making sure the other person's right with themselves and God. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Making sure y'all complement each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what life's about. You feel me? Y'all push each other forward towards the same goal. If y'all both have your eyes set on God,
Mm-hmm.
then you're already heading in the same direction. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like everything else just falls into place. I believe.
And I'm also a big believer in you don't have to go look for the perfect person.
Mm-hmm.
The right person will find you at the right time. That's what I believe. Like you meet people for a reason. The person that you're looking for, they'll find you at the right time. You don't have to go looking. You don't. I don't do dating apps. I don't think I'll ever do dating apps.
Never.
But I don't believe you have to go on a dating app or go sit at a bar and wait for somebody and go seeking for that. No, God will put the right person, man or woman, in your life when you're ready for that person. So,
Oh, for
yeah.
sure. And that's one thing. Look, I feel like more. It's gotten to a point now, especially like growing up, back when I was in like middle school, high school, early as a college, where I meet somebody and I'm like, no, don't get no better than this. Like, you feel me? And then God will literally. It's almost like this is why I'm convinced God has a sense of humor. He's like, oh, you thought that? You thought that was good? Watch this. You feel me? Like, and he brings somebody that's even like, it was like, yo, where was he keeping you? Like, where did he make you? You feel me? Like, so yeah, I feel like God will provide. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's, yeah, sorry, just out of pettiness, I gotta double down on the no dating apps. That's why. You feel me?
Why?
People outside. People are outside. People are out and about. You feel me? And you know what? Not to knock on it, because there have been success stories, but I don't know. It's literally just become a hookup app most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Some folks have found love. Kudos to them. That's can't do it.
What about you?
Me?
Yeah.
In terms of what, like the question that
Yeah,
I
the
asked?
question you asked.
What do I believe the first step is?
Yeah.
I believe like I feel like I'm gonna double back on what most of you guys said. It's first a good relationship with God, because if I feel like if you haven't reached that point yet with God, with God, where you guys have this, not this, almost seamless relationship to the point where you can just rely on God. I feel like it's gonna be hard for you to date as a Christian, because a lot of it is him leading you, like you said, to that person, because he already has that person ready for you. And sometimes you may feel like you're ready for that person, but in God's eye, you are not.
Yeah.
So it's having a good relationship with God and being willing to trust Him throughout the process. That's what I would say.
And another thing as well, this generation love to rush stuff, man. They don't
To what?
rush into like
Relationship?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
rush into dating. Like they don't have time to wait or nothing like that.
I think also one big thing is that this, like the previous generation did a better job at vetting people. I don't think we don't do a good job.
Yeah. But also, I feel like people know how to put on a mask so well. Like, even if you vet people and you think you vetted the right person, eventually that mask falls off and you're just like, whoa, like, this is the person you've been this whole time. Like, you almost get kind of scared. But that's why I was saying earlier, you really have to pray on discernment. Like, I was saying, I've never prayed for a man, but I prayed on discernment on the men that I've met in my life, so I could know the real them and who they are.
I'll say if it's too good to be true, then
Yeah.
that's your sign right there. Because me personally, whenever let's say a guy is trying to talk to me, if the only thing you care to show me is your good side, I'm already not interested. I want to see what's your bad side to know, can I handle this? Because if you only show me your good side, no, I'm not interested. No, thank you.
Fair.
I want to see the bad side and see is this something that I'm comfortable with. This is because sometimes in all people, everyone has their good and their bad side, like the pros and cons. So it is the good in you outweighing the bad. That's what I'm looking for. That's why it's like if you're only showing me a good side, okay, I can't do the math. I need to see the bad side. What is it? what is it that I'm gonna have to deal with, but then all the good things about you makes it worth it.
Yeah.
Essentially, that's my first thing. The first, like, if you come and all you care about is to impress, it's like, okay, I'm still waiting.
Fair.
I'm still waiting.
So-
What is it? What's the catch? I want. I'm still waiting.
So I have a question for everybody. How long do you think you should date someone until you get in a relationship with them? Is this hard?
Nah, I think about 6 months.
6 months.
Oh my God.
6 to 12 months.
Okay. Why?
Why?
Mm-hmm.
Because say like if I date you for 1 or 2 weeks and I automatically decide I want to be in a relationship to you, but I know nothing about you. We're just having fun all this whole time, talking on the phone for like 3 hours, buying you gifts and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, talking on the phone for 3 hours don't mean nothing, man. Cause say for example, we talk on the phone for 3 hours every single day. Eventually, we're gonna run out of stuff to talk about.
Debatable.
Debatable, for real.
So do you think in 6 months you'll know a person?
Yeah, 6 to 12 months for sure.
You know a person for a fact.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think, and not. I feel like I'm just playing with semantics here. I think just because you get into a relationship doesn't mean you stop dating somebody. But I'm also the type of person, like, I've never been one to like try and juggle. You know what I mean? Like I don't do multiple people at the same time. One,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna hold you. I have a lot of female friends, which red flag, whatever. But but I had this is like she snapped on me with this. Like I cannot personally date multiple people because I'm bad with names. And I remember once I was talking to one of my homegirls and I accidentally called her another name. And she was like, "Yo, you can never have a side piece." Like, you feel me? Like, just because I slipped up, and then like we go way back, just friends. But like the way that she said that, I'm like, "Yo, it's a good thing I'm not that kind of guy, though." You feel me? Like, I like to focus on things. But one thing that I've heard about folks that I know who've been married for a minute, you feel me, is like one thing that helped their marriage go on is that they kept on dating. You feel me? Like, like they would even, no matter how busy their life got, even if it was once a week, but like bi-monthly, you feel me? Like they set time apart to like spend time with each other. But as far as like talking on the phone, yeah, and I'm big on communication. I also just like to, I'll chop it up. You feel me? I'll crack jokes.
But for 3 hours though.
Well, we'll
If
say
it's-
it has to be 3
if it's a
hours.
good
It
conversation.
If you
doesn't
really
have
like
to.
somebody, you'll be able to talk to them all day.
It's a good conversation for real.
All day.
All day.
Well,
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not the 3 hour type of person.
I think 30 minutes.
I'm
30 minutes.
Oh no, that's crazy.
That
30 minutes? No, personally, I'm the kind of person where sometimes I just need time to myself, and then I'm doing my own thing.
Yeah.
So it's like 3 hours a day. It's
Oh,
never.
damn.
now that we're older,
It's
yes.
Never gonna
When we were in
happen.
high school, 3 hours till you on the phone till your alarm sets off in the morning
Yeah.
for class.
Yeah.
But I feel like now that we older, we work, we got bills.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't be on the phone for 3
Sometimes you
hours.
just need a sometimes
Time to
collect your
yourself,
thoughts.
yeah.
Yeah. No.
Because that means you're not busy enough. It's like, why
Yeah.
do you want to talk to me all day?
Then why you want to talk to me all day? for?
All day.
Exactly.
What are
Now-
you talking about?
Every single day?
No.
Yeah.
Bro, every that was like a new piece of the puzzle. Every day is crazy for real.
Yeah. Every day.
Okay.
Like.
Have you guys, okay, as Christians, have you guys ever dated someone and prayed with the person?
Yes.
Pray with them?
That's awesome.
Of course.
For sure.
I mean, I never dated somebody. Like I said, I've been single for 25 years.
Okay,
But-
Fadino.
But I prayed with somebody before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
No, I feel that. As far as like, I guess when I think about it, never prayed about the relationship, but we pray about things. You know what I mean? Separate things. But yeah. Ironically enough, though, let me stop. That's enough on that one. But I do think that's important, though. Keeping God at the center of the relationship,
Yeah.
and not just like in words. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
But like actually meaning it, which I do think is important.
I
And to
feel-
double back on, like, actions speak
Louder
actions speak
than-
louder than words. Straight up.
I think
Straight
it's
up.
a great activity to bond, because if you guys if two people if you get in bond with God, that's great. I think that's also Bible study, stuff like that.
Yeah.
All those things. I think it's a good thing to do.
And by the way, Bible study can be fun too. It
And
doesn't
they
It
go to
is.
church together.
Yeah, exactly. That could be
Yeah.
a fun. That could be a fun activity as well.
To do, yeah.
Mhm.
See, Fadino on the phone, Bible study.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
I could talk about that all day.
Okay. see now you see,
Yeah.
as long as you have, I feel like as long as you share enough like common interest with the person,
Mhm.
you can be on the phone for 3 hours with someone. But every day that's crazy.
Yeah, every day. Yeah,
That's kind of like too much.
So, what are your guys' thoughts on if you're dating someone and they're dating multiple people, but you're only dating them, but they let you know like, hey, they're dating other people.
I'll cut you
already-
off.
I'm already checked out.
I'm done.
Oh, that's when I'm having
No.
fun.
That's what you're looking for.
No, that's when I'm having fun. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Look, if I'm an option, then I'm like, okay, bet. It's not serious.
Mm.
That's how I feel. Are you kidding me? Because if you're gonna make me an option,
Mm-hmm.
like, and maybe it comes down to being unequally yoked. You feel me?
Mm.
And not to just throw around the friends with benefits thing, but like at that point, what more do you want from me then? Like what's my role in the roster is where my mind goes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can't take it any more seriously.
Yeah, I would.
So-
It would be hard for me to commit or to take a person seriously if I know that you're dating multiple people. I'm not gonna invest my time or effort in it.
That's where I'm having
Yeah.
fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's tough. But yeah, no, I don't know if can't say I've, not that I know of, been in that situation. But yeah, it's tough. What about the other way around? If I could,
If a
if a guy tells you, if you're, I don't know what your dating is like, but like if you're only talking to one guy and he lets you know he's talking to multiple people,
Mm-hmm.
how does that land for you?
I would just be like, it depends if I'm really trying to take the guy serious, or if it's a guy friend, because I would have guy friends that would tell me like, oh yeah, I'm dating that's my guy friend,
Yeah.
but I
You're
wouldn't
not
I wouldn't
invested.
be able to take the guy serious. Like it just
That's
wouldn't work out,
I don't have.
because
time
it would
to
make me
waste
feel
time on
uncomfortable, and that causes a lot of like, a woman's scorn is the worst type of scorn to have.
that. Mhm.
That causes a lot of woman drama, and I hate drama.
Fair.
So it's just like, okay, if you're dating multiple people, I'm not saying when I meet a guy, he's gonna come to me single. Like he's gonna come to me like, when I say single, like he's not gonna be having nobody on his phone. Like when you meet a person, they're like, oh hey, they find interest in you, you find interest in them. That doesn't mean they never talk to anybody in their life, or nobody's on their phone right now calling them.
For sure.
But it's like if you're saying, okay, I'm dating multiple people and I'm still gonna date multiple people even while I'm dating you, and even 2 months or 3 months of us maybe casually dating, you're still dating multiple people. It's like
No.
no. It's like no.
You take me for a joke.
Yeah.
No, like personally,
You playing
I
my
would
face
rather
now.
go volunteer if I have that much free time. No, I'm not entertaining you. Not
It's
one
too
bit.
much, yeah.
No.
Fair enough.
Look,
Fair enough.
men are quick to say, "Oh, I want me a Proverb 31 woman,"
What?
but
Proverbs 31 woman.
What is? I've never heard of that.
Oh, Proverbs
heard of
31.
you never heard that?
No.
It's I'm sure you know.
It's like
of
a
it.
good, how to describe the perfect woman, the good
Yeah.
woman.
Yeah, she's about her business, God first. So yeah, Proverbs chapter 31. Give it-
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Now
yeah,
I get
yeah.
it. I think I did.
Yeah, I'm like,
Okay.
yeah, I know you know this.
Yeah, I
Proverbs 31, for sure.
know. Okay.
So, the men are quick to say, "Oh, I want me a Proverb 31 woman," but they don't realize what a Proverb 31 woman comes with. Because you quick to say you want a Proverbs 31 woman, but you're not even an Ephesians 5 man yourself. So how are you going to be how you want a
Right.
Proverbs 31 woman if you can't even love the person you with? So how you gonna say you want a Proverb 31 woman?
That's fair.
That's fair. Well.
The music started.
Yeah.
Any more questions, guys?
No, I don't think I have any question. I think that if we want just to wrap up, I guess, I would say that as Christians, personally, I don't know how you would date as a Christian for fun, Because to me personally, it'll always be with the intent of marriage. So, so I wouldn't know how to navigate that
Yeah.
personally, but because it's like, because to me, the whole point of trying to be with someone is to build something. So, if it's because I personally, I'm the kind of person to my friends and my family, I'm the weird one because I don't need a person. I don't need people around me to have fun. I can have fun on my own.
That's right.
So it's like that's why I wouldn't need like to date for fun. So, but um, again, as Christians, God first, and to also understand that if you're dating with the intent of marriage, understand what marriage is as an institution and why God created marriage, and understand. But then, as a woman, if you want to date with the intent of marriage, understand that you're trying to be a wife, and understand what comes with being a wife. Because if you don't have that understanding, then what are you trying to get married for? You know. So, on both hands, if I'm dating with the intent of marriage, I make sure that I am ready to be a wife, and also make sure that I'm dating a person who's willing and ready to be a good husband.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
For sure.
Completely
Agree.
agree with that.
Yeah, we're on the same.
And my word to wrap it up, I just have one word: discernment.
Mm-hmm.
Just pray on discernment when you are and vet people out properly, like you were
Mhm.
talking about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I'm chilling. I'm the pro. Let me stop. No. Yeah, I do agree. I do agree with what y'all have to say. Man, pray on it. Keep God first.
Mm-hmm.
Keep God first for sure.
And another thing, just take your time.
Yeah.
And plus, y'all young. Y'all ain't supposed to be dating nobody anyway.
Oh my God.
Really?
Nonsense, man. Y'all can't even take care of yourself. Talking about you going to.
You said take your time. You said 6 months to date and then a
I said
relationship.
6 to 12 months.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My fault.
Yeah.
Man,
Gotcha.
Fadino.
Yeah.
But-
12 months, a year, I think it's a long time to get this.
So what you doing the whole time?
What you mean what I'm doing the whole time?
I'm trying to figure out.
I feel like it's too short.
6 to 12 months too short?
I think it's a year.
Before committing?
Before being exclusive?
Yeah, in a
Yeah.
relationship, a year.
That's
I
what
believe,
said, though.
but you said 6 months. But I'm just saying, I think it's a year because you have to spend holidays, birthdays with the person to see how that person operates.
What if they
Here's
having a
my
good
thing.
year?
That's what I believe. I gotta
You
see how
just
somebody
open
treats me on my birthday.
You just open this back up
Christmas.
again.
Oh
Thanksgiving.
my goodness. Oh my goodness.
But hey, I'm not trying to like drag the conversation.
No,
I'm just saying.
listen,
like-
'cause now I
Now
got
she
something else to
curious.
say. Because look, I get dating, you're getting to know somebody, but like I feel like no matter, even when you get exclusive, you're still getting to know that person.
Mhm.
You feel me? Like
Yeah.
I'd like to think that after 25, 30 years of marriage, God, if I live that long, if I'm married that long, after that much time, I'm still learning about my partner because
Mhm.
like they're constantly growing.
They're evolving.
I'm
Yeah,
constantly
evolving.
too, you feel me? So that's why, to double back on that, on the point that I had mentioned earlier, like just because even if you get exclusive, you're still dating. But me, like in my how I go about it, like I said, I don't date multiple people at a time. So like if I'm dating somebody, I'm already exclusive. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Like at least I'm getting to know that person. If it works out, great. If it doesn't, which I mean I'm single, it doesn't, or it hasn't at least. You feel me? Like then all right, well on to the next side. But to try and juggle, like that's I ain't got the funds for that. You feel me?
That is true.
Yeah.
Alright, one piece of advice before we wrap this up.
Mm-hmm.
I learned this from Josh a long time ago. He said the same way you guys did everything you did to get that woman, do the same thing to keep that. Yeah. So we about to wrap this up. So make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe.
Thank you, Fadino, for inviting us.
Uh,
Thank you.